Thank you. Moving on, we have a presentation from our IHS students, Shalini, Ashfaq, Samita and Eshan. They'll be presenting on the international recognition for research projects at IIHS. Please come.
Good morning, everyone. After hearing from Dr. Kitri and Dr. Nihal, we are so proud to stand here to talk a few words about the recent research achievements from IIHS. We are really proud that we have seniors, over 30 seniors who have presented their research abroad all over the world, and me and few of my colleagues here are here today here to talk a few words about most recent international recognitions that we have received through research that we have done at IIHS. I'm Shalini Tisera, second year nursing student following advanced diploma in general nursing. And last year, November, when I was in my first year, I got an opportunity to present research in the 8th Bioincara Research Forum, which is conducted by IIHS, and I got selected to present this research in Geneva, Switzerland, this month actually. So I'm planning to talk a few words about my research and about my conference. So moving on, my research topic was attitude towards health information privacy and electronic health records among urban Sri Lankan adults. Why I selected this topic is Sri Lanka is moving from traditional paper record systems, health record systems, to electronic health record systems under the e-health initiative of the government. So in my research, my plan was to come up with, I wanted to argue that the patient's preparedness should be analyzed before implementing a functioning and an effective record system in the country. So my objectives were to describe the attitudes towards electronic health records among Sri Lankan adults and their perception on health data privacy and IT-related security practices. This study was a descriptive cross-sectional study, and it was done on Sri Lankan urban and suburban adults, both female and male, over 18 years, and I used an online data collection form based on a questionnaire. And from all the results I got, I would like to specify two important results, which was when I asked from them their concerns, how much they are concerned towards their privacy and the security of the electronic health records. 40.5% were very concerned, and 38.8% were very concerned about their security of the records, and 66.1% of the respondents rated at a level of 5 or less out of 10 when I asked about the trust in the health system. So it was very interesting to note that the 66.1% of those respondents were the ones who were very concerned about the the privacy and the security of these electronic health records. So this is like a very small introduction to my research, and this is where I will be going to. This is the 13th International Congress in Nursing Informatics, one of the world's largest nursing informatics conferences. This will be held from June 25th to June 29th, which is organized by the International Medical Informatics Association. This conference expects more than thousands of nurses and healthcare professionals to be a part of this, and I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to present my research here. And I'll be flying in next week, and I would like to call upon my colleagues.
Good morning to you. I'm Ashraf Nazir, third year nursing student at IHS. So this is a bit about the research that I did last year. It was on cultural competency or competency. Cultural competency was really good, but the practice was not not up to the satisfactory level. And also from the discussions we had, we could arrive at two themes of factors that causes the cultural competency gap. They were like inbuilt attitude within the nurses and even the exposure. So I presented this research in our college research conference, the Bio Inquiry, last November, and I got some good feedback. And then this research was accepted for an oral, for a poster presentation in the 9th International Council for Nurses, which is to be held in Hong Kong. So under the theme of addressing a specific population needs. So ICN is one of the best international nursing organizations, and this time the conference will be organized by will be held in Hong Kong and will be organized by the Academy of Nursing Hong Kong along with WHO Center for Community Health Services. So thousands of nurses will be participating in this conference from all around the world, and I'm glad to say that the research we did here at IIT is going to be certified and published there at the ICN. And today I made this good opportunity to thank Dr. Kisiri, Dr. Nishan, and the whole IIHS team in supporting us and motivating us to do these kind of researches, and the support and the guidance we get to get our researchers published and verified in international conferences. And
thank you. Good morning, about myself and my research achievements this year. So, I'm Sampar Dada from Edward Mandu Research. I came to IIT 3 years ago. From then till now, IIT transformed me into who I am today, and given me one of the greatest opportunities one can ever have an undergraduate level, and that is to do research. So I did research on the rehabilitation needs among suburban elderly population in Sri Lanka. The elderly population is gradually increasing all over the world, as is in Sri Lanka. So with age, physical illness are also on the rise. Due to that, the needs for rehabilitation is also increasing. So moving to the objectives, I did this research basically to identify the rehabilitation needs and awareness of physiotherapy related with social factors among suburban elderly population in Sri Lanka. So I did a descriptive quantitative study on suburban elders whose age was above 65 years in Sri Lanka by using 160 convenience sampling of elders. So data was collected using an interviewer administrated questionnaire and analyzed using descriptive and analytical statistics. After analyzing the data collected, the results were as follows. Out of 160 elders, 74.5% currently on treatment. So, among them, 41.9% have prescribed for the physiotherapy treatments, and only 30% are taking physiotherapy treatments, while 33.8% of them are taking Ayurvedic treatment. Furthermore, 49.4 were found to not have adequate knowledge regarding physiotherapy treatment. So I would like to move on to the research which I was selected to present. Now I would like to move on to the conference which I was selected to present my research. I applied for several conferences all over the world and in Sri Lanka. So I'm happy to say that most of them selected my research. After thinking about all options, I decided to present my research at 4th European Congress of the European region of the World Confederation of Physical Therapy, which is scheduled to be held on 11th and 12th of November 2016 in Liverpool, United Kingdom. And it is organized by the European region of the World Confederation of Physical Therapy and the Chartered Society of Physiotherapy in UK and the European Network of Physiotherapy in Higher Education. So they are the pioneer authorities for physiotherapy. So this is a grand opportunity that I have got, and I'm sure to meet great personalities in the world of physiotherapy. So finally, I would like to thank Dr. Kitsiri, Dr. Nishant and Madam Suprashini, who navigated and motivated me to do research. Also all IIHS staff who supported me to achieve this great feat in research, and I truly believe that at IIHS the opportunities are indeed unlimited. Thank you.
Research at IIHS is very elaborate because we are pushed by our teachers and are also supported in various ways. So our teachers are very supportive, and we had a unit called research. So we had to start building up our research from scratch. So our teachers were like supporting us and helping us. And as a result, I thought of the idea of doing research on nutritional supplement use among school-level athletes in Sri Lanka. So my study was about finding out what type of supplements some of these sportsmen, and are they taking any illegal banned substances. So my study was a descriptive study which was done on 130 convenience listed school athletes in Colombo, and it was a self-administered questionnaire. From the results, majority of the people who responded to my research were like around 62.3%. They actually took supplements, and out of which 56.9% took a supplement without doctor's recommendation or prescription. As you can see, in the sporting world, if you don't get a doctor's recommendation when taking a certain substance or a medication or a supplement, and if you get caught in the international level, you can get banned. So you can't say I took this out of the internet or out of a book or anything, because it has to be strictly prescribed or given to you by a doctor, because otherwise it is considered as an illegal substance. And in my research, I found out that 2.3% actually have taken a banned substance, and they've acknowledged the fact that they have taken it by giving the name. And also 68% took advice on supplements from unreliable sources. Like I said, if it's not a physician who gives the certain substance, you can't take it. So I applied to a lot of conferences, one in US and also a few in UK. And so on the 20th, there'll be a conference in UK called it's in King's College London, and it's the second International Health Congress. It's affiliated. They have a lot of affiliation from a lot of international forums like the International Journal of Epidemiology. So I'll be flying next Friday to UK to present my research at King's College, and I'd like to thank all the IIT staff for supporting me to get here. And